Your to-do list doesn't go away just because you're feeling tired and low on energy. But launching yourself at your task list as if you were on top form is a recipe for burnout and probably some fairly sloppy work. So in this video, I'm looking at what you can do to keep yourself moving forward in a positive way, but without driving yourself into the ground. I'm Natalie Mayer, productivity coach at All in Good Time. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the weekly content to help you increase your productivity by getting more done more easily in less time as you juggle work, family, home, and hopefully find some time for yourself. Before I start on today's topic, I want to make it clear that when I say tired, I'm talking about when it's an off day. You maybe worked super hard the day before, some long hours, and it's taking its toll today. Or your kids or pets kept you up last night, but your tiredness is in response to a specific set of circumstances. Now, obviously, if the tiredness is related to health conditions, then many of the tips in this video may still be useful, but the first step is fairly obviously to talk to your healthcare professionals and tackle the underlying causes rather than just the symptoms. And if you are persistently tired and there isn't a health-related reason, then you need to look at the quality and quantity of your sleep. And for that, I would suggest you check out my tips for a better night's sleep video. I'll link it above. So let's get cracking on today's area of focus: how to stay productive even when you're tired, so that you don't spend the day either feeling like you're wading through treacle and everything is an uphill battle, or at the other end of the spectrum, you're not dithering and procrastinating and feeling guilty about not getting on with anything. So step one is making sure that you are fed and watered. Being tired has a bad enough impact on your productivity. Being tired and hungry and dehydrated just makes a bad situation even worse. So get yourself a drink. If it's early in the day, a drink containing caffeine can give you a boost to get you going. But ease back on these as you go through the day, as being hyped up on caffeine at bedtime and then unable to sleep is clearly not going to help you feel well rested the next day. Our decision-making powers drop when we're tired, making us more likely to go for quick and easy snack options. But if these are short, sharp, sugary options, then your energy is going to flag very quickly. So make the effort to choose those slow, steady energy release foods that will sustain you at a steady pace. Next up is to schedule a nap. The best way to not be tired is to sleep. But the temptation can be to tell yourself that you are so slow doing the tasks on your list as a result of being tired that you don't have time for a nap. But if you have a short, 20-ish minute nap during the day, instead of feeling sluggish for the whole day, you may well be back on track for the second half of the day. Now, there is a bit of an art and a science to creating the perfect nap so that you don't sleep too long, leaving you actually feeling more groggy later in the day, as well as impacting your ability to then get to sleep at night. And I'll do a video on this very soon, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you catch it when it goes live. But even if your day doesn't allow for a nap, for example, you work in an office, or you have a preschooler who has given up their nap but still needs your watchful eye on them at all times, then at least schedule in some downtime where you aren't actively working. If you're feeling tired and have got this 12 hours of work stretching ahead of you, then you're very aware of needing to stretch your limited energy reserves across that time, and that can feel overwhelming. Whereas if you break your day into 2 or more chunks with this nap or this period of rest, then it feels like less of a mountain to climb. The next step is to reprioritise. Hopefully you start each day with a game plan that you mapped out the night before. I'll link to a couple of videos that can help you with that if you aren't already doing it. But when you made that plan, you weren't planning on being so tired. So revisit that plan, reconsider both the quality and quantity of tasks on there. If there are maybe some detailed analytical type tasks on there, would you be better swapping them out for some lower focus tasks that you maybe had planned for later in the week? And maybe if you had 3 key tasks for the day and half a dozen smaller tasks on your plan, it's better to proactively choose to cut back to maybe 2 key tasks and 4 smaller tasks to focus on, and be intentional a bit about which ones you're choosing and which ones you're choosing to drop. Otherwise, if you try ploughing through but not managing everything on your list, it's then somewhat random as to which tasks you don't get to before you completely run out of energy or run out of day. The next step is to find your focus, even when you aren't tired. I would always recommend avoiding multitasking, but this becomes even more critical when you have less mental bandwidth to share across tasks. So decide what task you are going to work on and do only that until it is finished. Be extra vigilant for potential distractions and eliminate them. Put your phone on airplane mode, find a quiet space, put headphones on, but be careful about what you're listening to. There are playlists on Spotify, Google, etc. that specifically designed to help with focus. Then look at how you can keep it short and break it up. The human brain can't focus indefinitely, even when it's firing on all cylinders. When you're tired, the length of time you can focus for drops significantly. Attempting to keep pushing through usually results in substandard work with lots of silly mistakes that you then have to find more time for later to come back and correct. So consider using the Pomodoro technique, which involves working for just 25 minutes at a time before taking a 5-minute break. And then after 4 of those sessions, you then take a longer break. And the evidence supports regular breaks for, as a way of improving the quality of work. So you aren't wasting time in those 5-minute breaks. What you're doing is improving how well you use the 25-minute work sessions. And then you also want to look at how you can create a more of a high vibe for doing that work. Your energy will naturally be lower when you're tired, so put in place anything that can help lift it. Have some of your favourite tunes on, provided that you don't find them too distracting for the task you're working on. Sit somewhere with good natural lighting if you can. Create some rewards to look forward to in each of your Pomodoro breaks. For example, a nice cup of filter coffee, a walk around your garden, a funny video on YouTube. So there you have 6 steps to help you stay productive when you're feeling tired. But do cut yourself some slack. Look for tasks that you haven't quite got round to, but that require little brain power and will still improve your state of mind when you are back on top of your game. Examples might include clearing your workspace and giving it a clean, decluttering a few drawers or cupboards, organise and file some paperwork that's maybe been outstanding for a while, get your inbox back to inbox zero, go for a walk, catch up with a friend you've been meaning to call for a while. Now, as I said earlier, next week I plan on looking at the art of a perfectly refreshing nap. So make sure you are subscribed. In the meantime, check the links in the description for how to gain access to my productivity resource library and my free Tuesday trainings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.